And I think we are live. Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to today's webinar. Thank you for being patient for a moment. I just needed to take care of some annoying tech, so to make sure we're good to go. Please let me know in the comments if you can see and hear me clearly. And I'm just going to share the link invitation, the event invitation within our Zoom teacher trainings as well. So because some teachers are joining usually like before today, we used to have the live teacher trainings on Wednesday as well, but starting today, we decided to open this Wednesday trainings to everyone because there was an interest for that, and we're still going to be running the regular Monday trainings as before, where you can hop in, say hello, meet the super teacher community, and just get prompt support. Okay, let me just grab the link so I can also add it in our Zoom meeting. And please let me know if you can hear and see me clearly. Oh, I see we already have 5 viewers. Thank you for tuning in. Awesome. Oh, hi, Allison. Wonderful. You figure out the link. Thank you. Great. Hi, Angie. Hi, Katie. Wonderful. Katie says super excited for today's webinar. Thank you. I'm so looking forward to it as well. And Angie says Angie's tuning in on YouTube. So thank you, everyone, for letting me know you can see and hear me clearly. So I just want to grab the YouTube event link briefly. And today's webinar is going to be all about selling programs and not classes, and why I think, and I find based on observations like on super teacher, registered teachers, and just chatting with the teacher friends and community, when and why actually each of these types of class offer work, and which one you should leverage and use to the best of your advantage. Okay, so the link is shared. No more distractions, I promise. Let me just close the Zoom meeting, and now everybody can join. Awesome. Let me share the presentation, and in the meantime, you can feel free to share. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and at what point you find yourself at the moment, like where you are at the moment in your independent teaching journey. I know some of you are just starting. Maybe some of you are just looking for scaling up your business or just keeping things as they are. So just let me know so we can kind of go from there. Because I think the way we offer our classes and think about our business depends highly on where we are at the moment, right, in our independent teaching journey. Okay, so let me share the screen. I'm going to share the window. Yeah, so to make sure you can see every tab. Okay, and now you should be able to see the front page. For those of you who don't know me, hi again, my name is Ivy, and I'm a special educator, being turned ESL teacher actually since 2016. I used to teach with GoGoKid, NovaKid, Dada, ABC, and other companies, teaching both adults and children. But in time, I just niched down to teaching children, usually age 4 to 12. And since 2021, like, oh, wow, it's been 3 years almost, is when I started teaching independently. And I'm also founder of Super Teacher, the web app that takes care of all the admin stuff related to teaching independently. So the way you go about creating your class offer is highly connected to where you are in your independent teaching journey, as we mentioned before. If you're just starting, it also depends, like if you have contact with some of your potential clients already. I mean, you surely do, but if you have been teaching with a company, it's very different than if you're just coming into the ESL world and teaching. You're just joining our Facebook groups and the teacher community and just starting to kind of learn about teaching online independently. If you're coming from companies, I'm sure your priorities would be different, and in that case, you would just want to start fast, right? I've recently talked to many teacher friends who are joining Super Teacher, for example, and they do have clients, they do have everything they need set, but they just need a fast way to kind of onboard those students and start teaching independently. In that case, what you can do is just create a simple class offer based on number of classes, class packages, or subscription plans. So you can still offer different types of classes, but the way you're going to sell yourself is going to be less important in case you already have some students and prospects and leads, right? It's only logical. So imagine like that's how most of us started as ex company turned independent teachers. Like when I first started 2.5 years ago, after Chinese market crashed, I did have contacts from my from GoGo Kid, because I used to exchange gifts with students back and forth, and that was allowed. So we did have each other's phone numbers and contacts, even addresses, everything, because we were shipping gifts. And so in that case, it was easy for me to start teaching independently. The parents would just, start reaching out and saying, Ivy, hey, how can we go about this? Do you know how I can pay for class? So the intention was there, the clients were there, everything was actually there, but there was no, communication channels and tech tools put in place. And by the way, that's how Super Teacher got inspired and came to life, right? From the real need of for overcoming different obstacles to becoming an independent teacher. So I'm going to share my actual class offer. This is my real profile, my teaching profile, and we are on the page where you can see my class packages. And I would love to hear what you think about them. Do you think they are so focused on this? Are they smart? Are they attractive to students? And think about yourself, like, would you offer these kind of classes, and in which case, like, when would you offer those? So you can see on my profile, my packages are based on discount, and they go namely as -5% discount for one-on-one 25-minute classes with 15 lessons, price this. And then it would go on with 10% discount, same time classes, but more lessons included. So additional discount, right, in percentage. So you get the picture. Like my idea was parents were asking for getting more classes, paying at once, in one go, because that's what they were used to with companies, and then dealing with this tech stuff as rarely as possible. So that's how I created my class offer. Then you would have packages, so they differ only by the time included in the class, in the session, actually. So this is a typical class offer I've seen many teachers offering, right? So what's something that's missing there? Do you think this is a good way of going forward? Like, or you, yeah, feel free to share your thoughts. Like, let me know what you think. I'm genuinely interested. And let me share, let me check the comments. Um, yeah. Oh, hi, Bernice. Welcome. Bernice says, seriously considering it, just petrified of not having enough students. Ah, okay. Yeah. So you are in a little bit different position than I was when I first started. So in your case, you would want to think more seriously about what you're going to offer to potential students, because your you reaching out is going to be a little bit different. I mean, to begin with, right? So you said you don't have enough students, but that means you actually do have some student base, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. So this is actually what we're talking about: how to create your class offer in a way that's gonna sell you better. And yeah, so it's gonna sell you better and diversify your class offer, plus include maybe even your current clients, and to take more classes or take additional kinds of classes. So because remember, like, Maybe you are also an ex-platform teacher, company teacher. Most of us were just used to teaching 25-minute one-on-one classes, or maybe small group classes, 1 to 4 classes. So you just need to start thinking out of the box. In my case, I got stuck with 12 students and I do want to grow my student base. So I'm exploring the strategies of, growing my student base at the moment. Maybe for someone else, that's going to be a goal they want to reach and be happy with that, right? Satisfied. Thank you for sharing, Bernice. And Allison says, Ivy, I was working on this for my own classes, and I think I might have too many price options. Exactly right. That was my first thought when I first looked into my teacher profile from a student perspective. Like, I mean, a few days ago, I even had an intro video that was from 3 or 4 years ago, back from GoGo Kid. How unprofessional was that? Like, where is my intention and where my actions are leading me? Like, if I do want to grow my student base, I do have to offer something that's relevant at this moment, at this point of my independent teaching journey, right? So here, when you come to my profile, very boring. Parents just see the prices. They need to figure out what works best for them, but it works for me because I have regular clients. My referrals come from the current students, and that's about it. I don't put much effort into it. Okay, now let's take a look into this one. This is a demo account I just created. Let's go see what kind of class offer is there. Okay, how about this one? Here we have different bundles. The first one is debating one-on-one. You can see the number of classes, and if you would compare, the classes are slightly at higher prices. Like these are cheaper, and that's what I was thinking. Like, if I was offering my future, packages and selling actually programs to my students. So we have debating one-on-one with 30 lessons at this price. Space Explorers, World Traveler, or if it was based on a curriculum I'm using, which is Abridge Academy, and I highly recommend, I would be selling levels or units. Here you can see my offer that says Abridge Academy Level 1, Unit 1 with 12 lessons. And that way I have a clear offer. That way I'm telling my student, and their parents, if you purchase this little package of 12 lessons, your child is going to finish Unit 1 of Abridge Academy Level 1 curriculum. So there is a clear goal, and there is a roadmap to take them to where they want to be with me, and there is a clear progress visible, instead of them just getting, however many classes, let's say the same package here, 30 lessons at a 10% discount for 25-minute classes. That's okay. The parent is going to save a couple of bucks, right? And next time they renew the package, they're going to save again. But where is the progress? Where is the bigger picture? What is the student getting? Does that mean I'm going to have to keep sharing the student's progress? Where are the learning goals? Like, nothing is there. I can't believe this was my class offer, honestly, for the whole 2 years. But again, remember what we were talking about before. That's because I was just starting. I did have my clients, prospective students, and now I am at the point that I want to scale up and also diversify my income. I got a little bit tired from offering just one-on-one classes, and I think there are much more options to that. Like, we just need to stop thinking about what we used to do within companies, or if you're just starting, then that's a good point. Like this, whatever I said before about the way to offer classes and what to do is much easier if you keep things simple, like offer one-on-one classes to begin with, maybe class packages with numbers of classes to gain trust, and then as you learn about curriculum options and about yourself as an online teacher, you can then offer different programs. So if you do have at least one student, you can already start thinking about offering group classes, and offer your class packages or subscription programs however you want. We're not going to go into detail um, with this. So we're just talking about what we're actually selling here. Let me see if there are any more comments. Okay, Katie says, oh, wow, wonderful. We have lots of comments. Let me just go back a little bit. Mary, hi Mary, thank you for tuning in. Mary says, hi, Ivy, super useful topic today. Thank you. Sure. I'm so glad. Yeah, I think there is a need to talk about that. Allison says, I have 3 options: Oxford curriculum, KET test prep, and customized classes. I love that. Each have different prices because they each take more or less time. Exactly, right? Experiences, or maybe they all need to be the same price. I don't think so. Let's see what others have to say to that. I think that sounds very rich, like a great offer. And every student, yeah, like you know your worth. You just said, like a sentence earlier, you said because they each take more or less time, experience, etc. You need to, show the value you bring. You know your value, and yeah, you don't need to worry about like if the prices look the same or they look different. I'm sure they are very well justified. Thank you for sharing that. So I love that. So look at what Allison is doing. She already has an amazing offer, diversity, and I know you also are thinking about group classes, right? Or maybe all of them are actually group classes. I'm not sure, but that's a lot there to offer already. Bernie says currently on 2 company platforms, but hesitant to poach students because I'm a stickler for terms and conditions of contracts. Maybe losing the reins. Yeah, okay. You are good. Like you are in a good place to start thinking about teaching independently. I cannot. I can personally like advise you on how to get your students from X companies. I'm sure teachers you're going to learn within the teacher community a lot. Like I hope you are in the teachers group. If you're not, I can definitely recommend some groups to join, such as Katie's Abridge Academy group and WeChat group, and also Allison has a group for teachers, and so you can just join and explore. Ask that question in a group, and I'm sure you're gonna get the great answers. Allison says, could we add a picture next to each price on the long list? You're talking about your super teacher packages offer. This is the only place where they can just see the list of packages. It's kind of simplified, but we can look into that and maybe add it. You know how on group classes and everywhere else there is an actual picture, but not here at the moment. I will let you know. Um, let's see. Katie says programs combine self-paced materials with class credits, and the layout uses the course builder system with the cover image, video, etc. to promote it. Oh yes. So we're talking about Super Teacher now. So let's go into it, maybe to show you the way you can actually offer programs within Super Teacher. I was just going to be thinking of talking more in general, like the way anybody, no matter if you're a Super Teacher user or not, can still offer some kind of programs. But yeah, if you are considering Super Teacher or teaching on Super Teacher already, here is you can offer all different kinds of types of classes, such as one-on-one classes and group classes, subscription programs, which we are talking about, but they can also be, one-time purchase-based programs and include class credits. So let's check out the actual programs Katie and Allison were discussing. And this is also a difference, like what kind of value you add and bring to the, if you are, in case you're offering and selling programs compared to classes, right? Just the number of class with a price tag on it. So let's see. Okay, just to see. Okay, let me open our demo account to show you the actual difference. So if you offer classes as packages, Okay, sorry, I got a little bit distracted because I do want to cover also and add to the conversation. Just a moment. So, oh, can you actually see my screen? Okay, you can. Nice. Sorry. Just to grab my referral link, my teacher profile link. So on Super Teacher, if you offer class packages only, if you do want to offer them as one-on-one class packages, you can just list the prices, but you can still make them, very interesting and attractive to students. But if you do just offer them as packages, the students are just going to pay for them and not get anything else other than class credits. But if you want to use other ways to offer classes in Super Teacher, like subscription programs or self-paced courses, you can do so. And in that case, you can build up the whole resource library, add lesson previews, worksheets, games into your class offer, and that way, and offer them both as subscription-based monthly classes or a one-time courses where you can also add live classes included, however you want. So let's see, for example, this one, beginner grammar program. You see, it looks much different than a simple, Allison was asking earlier, like, can I add a picture to the class package? It's much better if you do offer it this way. So it's much more presentable, great for self-marketing. You see, they see the title, they see it's English, or it could be anything you offer. You can upload a welcome video for each program you offer. You can let them know their learning goals. It's much different. Who should join in? If it's for beginner level students, adults, anybody, you can be as specific as you want, what they will need to know or do before joining. Let's talk about practical side of it. Let's say you do have regular students like I do, and I'm considering adding them to kind of programs I'm going to be offering soon. So they are all in my Abridge Academy curriculum. So that means they are taking regular core curriculum classes that has its own progress. It's great, and that's it. But the thing is, these students have been with me for over 2 years now. And I'm thinking, like, what else could I do, or how else can I reach out to them and add value to our classes, or add additional service, or ask them to refer their friends and family for maybe the same kind of classes, like core curriculum classes, or what else can I do? Because honestly, I feel the need, like, this is just me where I am at this point in my independent teaching, is when I'm thinking, like, to diversify, to bring more diversity, to bring more fun into classes, to just offer some, to challenge myself. And as my students are going through Abridge Academy curriculum, I'm thinking, like, okay, what can I do to maybe slow down, our journey through Abridge Academy, and add kind of expansion lessons, or stick to one topic if I see they're interested in, and so on. So I could totally offer complete additional programs to that, right? Okay, let me go back to the comments. Sorry for this ramble a little bit. Yeah. Katie also says, no, I mean with things like a KT prep program, something with a fixed duration and specific goal. Oh, okay. Katie also says, for example, if you have a 5-session KT exam technique program, you could offer it as a combination of those 5 live classes plus a resources bank system. Oh yeah, okay, you're discussing the Super Teacher course builder. Thank you, Katie, for clarifying and sharing the awesome ideas. Yeah, wonderful. Katie also says your program-based teaching is more about specific courses or goals, exactly, whereas the main Abridge Academy lessons are intended for longer-term ongoing, right? Yes, just what I was talking about. But the thing is, in all honesty, like I just told that Katie a few days ago, like I never even thought about, going outside of the core curriculum, and I was not aware that what else there is within the Abridge Academy curriculum. And I'm using it as an example, so because some of you might feel overwhelmed, like we're talking about offering selling programs, right? But maybe you're just starting, or you do not feel confident enough to be offering anything else than a base course. I mean, ongoing class packages or something like that. Um, in that case, you just can offer, you can go ahead and check out Abridge Academy, because if you didn't know, you can find tons of resources available and at your fingertips already. Like, check this out. This is something I am still discovering, and I should be familiar with that much better, honestly. But I just, you just go teach, do things the same way, and that's about it, right? So let's see, if you have students who are on the core curriculum and kind of not at the beginner level, but they are intermediate or to advanced, anywhere between intermediate and advanced, there are so many different programs actually already available to you. You can just go with and offer them as, special kind of programs with set goals and topics and everything. So you saw this offer I created here is based on the Abridge Academy expansion courses, because they're already made. Everything is set for me. I have no intention of spending time on actually, thinking about and searching for resources, or going complicating things. I just want to use what's already there, and these are amazing. My favorites so far, I have two favorites, are debating, which has tons of lessons. Like, it has over 30 lessons, I think, already, and they are leveled to beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And you can see these are aimed at upper intermediate to advanced students. And I think debating is part of any kind of academic ESL or skills they're going to be needing. So you can very well combine this debating program with your teaching goals when selling your classes, right? When creating your class offer and program. Let's say you're maybe thinking of teaching teenagers more, or students who are finishing middle school, or wanting to study or anything. You figure out it's close to you, and you being a teacher, or you being in your community, like, you just need to assess the need. Or you just have a student, like I do. I have a few students who are starting level 4 with Abridge Academy, and now I just want to think in advance, and I want to immerse them in more than just a core curriculum. So I already have two students, and with them, I'm actually thinking of creating a group class, because this is something that I think is going to add value. They get to use, they are in the same level with Abridge Academy, maybe a unit difference, but it's very easy to balance their, I know their knowledge already. And so they can be pen pals and have a group class together, or we'll stick to one-on-one depending on the parents. But I think they are going to be in with this already. There are also science based classes. We had so many trainings in the past few months talking about niche down, niche down. How can you niche down if you're not, if you do not feel confident? I just want to say, I think it's not, I mean, it's a good idea, but it doesn't mean like you have to have some kind of super specific set of skills or anything. You just need an idea. You need a curriculum to use so you can feel confident with it. And you need to explore your students' needs and to answer to them, to see what you're actually responding to. So you might as well very easily check out this Science Boost. There is like, I think also over 20 or 30 lessons, and they are very rich. I have checked them out. They can be very well used for longer classes. Yeah, so each class is actually designed to last 55 minutes. and uses our interactive slide, the interactive slide format. So maybe they will also be awesome for the group classes or just one-on-one. I know Mary has been using the science-based courses. Mary, feel free to share your experience if you're still there. Yeah. Katie says, thank you for the shout out for ABJ. Thank you for creating such an amazing curriculum and yeah, letting me focus on other stuff and just show up and teach. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Allison says, Katie, do you have to have groups for the debating course? Okay. Another user says, I have a free talk curriculum that I'm looking for avenues to be able to sell it to teachers. That's great. If you do, if you are a curriculum creator, you might as well put your curriculum on your super teacher page by using the course builder and then share it with, the teacher community. Let me know if you're interested. Reach out to me and I can, help you set up easily. You can join our teacher training and just explore the option if that's something you would like to. Responding to Allison's questions, to if the debating courses have to be groups. Katie says, no, I've taught those classes one-on-one too. It does work particularly well for small groups. Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking of doing, more definitely. As they can discuss ideas a bit more and develop their arguments, right, in teams. Absolutely. Angie's also saying ABJ is amazing. It really is. Okay. Ellison says, I'm onboarding kiddos that need more speaking and writing focus. Maybe that's a good option. Oh, let me show you. There is even, and trust me, I have just discovered that. I feel ashamed, but that's the reality, like, because we are not thinking outside of the box. And this is actually something you can charge for even more than just a simple core curriculum, basics. Here, I found this nonfiction writing. Let's check the info. This series of 7 lessons guides more advanced English language learners through the basics of nonfiction texts. Each lesson should take around 45 minutes one-on-one to an hour, depending on the level of your students. So they learn about nonfiction text in this series, useful grammar, writing skills, how to structure, present different styles of nonfiction text, and such as news articles, argumentative text, and so on. So there is a ton to do with them, right? And these are, I saw they're divided in skills practice and writing practice. So, I love that. They could be turned, oh my goodness, I'm going to be offering these as group sessions, maybe every Saturday or something. And I'm thinking also of using them as a lead magnet. Like, I would like to attract my students who are not into writing at all and to invite their friends. And, I can see using them easily as, inviting more students to join maybe one free session, and then they could decide if they want to join the regular class. Awesome. What else I discovered is the English news. And when you do create your class offer, it's much different. Not to repeat myself anymore. Here you can find tons of lessons. They are organized by topics like environment, health, space, and tech. I'm not sure, was everybody aware of these expansion courses on ABJ Academy? Because for me, it's like I did know about some, but not all of them, and I never just thought of using them. So they're and these are topic based. They do not update every day. I mean, they do not follow like current events and so, but they're more like topic based. Using let's open one of them. I'm just talking instead of showing. Happy whales in Alaska, for example. They do refer to a news article. Yes, here we see the resources: BBC News, World, US, Canada, but then they develop so well. Sorry for not showing you any of these before. Like, I was just talking about what you can actually find. So there is vocabulary to go through first. And then the reading part. with speaking prompts and to check comprehension. Um, I love that because it's not, passive. They can just read a part and then paraphrase and discuss and answer questions. There are separate comprehension questions at the end. I would turn these into a little quiz. And a fun fact. Oh, this section is so cool. It is a little quiz, like to just see if they can anticipate the answers. I love that. Fill in the blanks. A little debate. Ooh, cool, very cool. And discussion questions. So I can see myself using this at least in 2 sessions, if one-on-one, or if in groups as well, because there is a lot to cover. And I love that even though they're called English news, I always said that I said that to Katie before. I think they're more like about speaking. So, yeah, we could totally turn them into an amazing, super active speaking focused classes based on the news we both read. Okay, let me see. Um, Katie says, "Ooh, that nonfiction writing course is ancient. It's on my list of data. Oh, but it's super cool. It got me thinking. Like, I am so excited for this. Like, if I've discovered, a new planet completely, and I am an Abridge Academy. So I wonder, like, how about everyone else? Like, I think teachers are not aware of the value it brings. I've never seen that included in any other curriculum, and trust me, I've tried them all. Yeah, Ellison says that's awesome, Ivy, that you can sell to kiddos and teachers. Um, oh, you mean on Super Teacher, right? Of course, yeah. Remember, like our training center before, it was all about here. It was called Marketplace, and there we did have curriculum options of teacher creators. But then we turned it into a training center. So now it's just full of free resources for the teacher community. Everything here is going to always be free. There are the student guides and blah blah blah. But absolutely, like where the same place you're using to create your classes offer. I mean, let's go back. Everything you would do for students, you can also offer to teachers, right? Maybe you are a coach. We do have a few teachers that are also coaches, and yeah, so you can offer one-on-one meetings. That's why Super Teacher rebranded from Super Kid to Super Teacher to be more inclusive and to be more flexible. Yeah, so you can use it however you get inspired. Angie says, using Abridge Academy and Super Teacher together is like using a plug and play system for online teaching. Thank you, Angie. There is a lot less than I have to do, and I can spend more time teaching. Most definitely. Like, that's how things got developed in the first place, right? I mean, you see in time, like the way things were came out actually is based on our needs as teachers, right? So there can no be mistake going with both, is what I can say. Okay, let's go back to what I wanted to share and add. Okay, however you decide to go, either, so let's say, yeah, sorry, I just wanted to add something here. When thinking about your class offer ideas, in either way, either if you want to offer class packages, remember, like with the discount and so on, or program based, just make sure you make them smart. Have you heard? I'm sure maybe all of you are familiar with the SMART concept, but our class offer cannot last forever, and it has to have some kind of check-in points, maybe the milestones or anything, so we can keep the students and the parents coming back and seeing the difference, and seeing the progress and feeling like they are on a journey instead of they just got a good offer they grabbed, and what next? Like, what are they going to decide next? How is that going to keep them? Unless they are, in love with you and just obsessed with you as a teacher. I'm just joking. But yeah, unless they're regular clients, and but it's not a guarantee as well. They might get bored, because nothing specific is actually going on that way, right? So try for your class offer to be, aim for that, to be specific. Like when you are creating it, you can say, let's go create one. And we can create, both are valid, but you just think about your use case. Are you wanting to promote to new clients? Sorry about this notification. Um, or you're aiming for, just keeping your current student base. Do you want to scale up? Do you want to offer variety, like add group classes or anything? If you just want to play around with the actual ideas for your class packages, I encourage you to open this package creator to just brainstorm the ideas. Let's say we wanted to offer, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Be specific. So this is where you should be specific. Either you are using the class package creator or the course builder, in both ways. Sorry, I did got distracted a little bit. Let's go here. It's better. It's more inspiring in the course builder. Okay, this is a new account I opened, so it's a little bit, yeah. Okay, so here, let's be specific. This program is going to be offering, for example, debating one-on-one, right? So it's clear what it's all about. Or maybe group debating. For me, it's going to be debating one-on-one. I want it to be about, oh, sorry, I can do this from a demo account. Let me log into mine. Please bear with me for a moment. Yeah. So we are aiming for our class offer to be smart. So first, to be specific, right? Let's go and build a course again. It's going to be debating one-on-one. I'm deciding it's going to be paid. I would put it on free offer if I was about to, gain more traffic and attract new students, or I would just still put it on a paid option and add a coupon later on. So debating, let's say this class I want to be on ongoing basis, maybe every weekend, maybe Saturday and Sunday, or maybe Friday and Saturday. So let's say 8 classes a week, a little bit more expensive than my regular class price. So let's say this is going to be the price, monthly price. Or, yes, we're not going to go into details, sorry. So you would explain that it's going to be ABridge Academy based curriculum, maybe 40 minutes or 25 for intermediate, right? Maybe even B2 is ready for that. Yeah, okay. You have in mind these are ESL students, right? And if it's going to be a one-time purchase or subscription, sorry, based course. Okay, I think I got into much detail here, but you get the picture. Then I would add all the goals and details for my offer to actually be smart. So it needs to be specific. I'm offering something very specific, a specific skill they can gain from the classes. I can also limit it to maybe a 3-month course. It has to be measurable. Like you have to include activities such as maybe games or quizzes we already saw in the lessons, or create additional like word wall games and anything, so they can actually measure their progress to see how they did and how they progress through over time. The offer has to be authentic and also timely. Timely manner. Yeah, actually, yeah, not to go like forever, but yeah. Oh my goodness, I totally got stuck. Help me out here. What was the R? I totally forgot in a moment. Sorry about that. Because I'm also thinking in Serbian, and I just could not switch. Okay. Let's see. SMART goals, meaning. Sorry about this. Okay, here, realistic. Yeah, we got it. Realistic and timely. Okay. So you know what I mean? Be as, how different that is compared to the just, percentage discount and so on. Okay, back to the comments. Sorry about this 5 minute ramble. Mary says, Cambridge Academy Science Boost Curriculum is an awesome resource for my students interested in becoming scientists. Oh, cool. They enjoy learning things they are interested in and really like it. Thank you, Katie. Oh, I love that. Oh, thank you to whoever shared realistic. I totally got stuck, Thank you, Allison. Yes, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Time bound, exactly. So, what a big difference that makes, right? Thinking about your ESL class offer or any kind of class offer, you know, wherever you are. I mean, if you're just starting or scaling or just wanting to offer a different class um, programs and, diversity, I think it's super useful to think in this kind of way to gain a new perspective, to not just go, it's very passive. Do you agree with me on this? Like, I feel it's very passive if you do offer, if you do focus your class offer on pricing and offering discounts, because that's what we learn mostly from Chinese clients, right? And then when they reach out to you, it's a totally different story. When they reach out and you say, the first thing I used to say is, "Hey, my class is, $1 a minute, for example, $25 per class." But right away, they didn't even ask for it, especially at the beginning. Like, but I'm still doing it. I just catch myself doing it constantly because I'm in this loop. There is no exit. So I just say my class is $25 class, and I at the same moment I just disregard what I just said, and I say, but if you do want to decide to purchase a class package of at least 15 or 30 or 45 and yada yada blah blah, and so on, classes, and I just undercut myself and I go down to, I don't know, 19, 18, and so on. What's wrong in that concept? It's wrong because I'm just not, putting trust into my own class offer. I'm just putting some kind of a top price on a single class and then undercutting myself into the eternity, probably because I saw no other way. And then I just started talking with some teacher friends, and I saw some amazing class offers on Super Teacher, because I, as admin, can actually see everyone's profile, just a sneak peek to see how things are going, setting up your accounts and everything. And it got me thinking, like, this is the future. I think this is the future. I think the ESL market is never going to be oversaturated, but yeah, teachers who do find a way to kind of, I don't want to use the word niche out of, base core curriculum teaching. No, it's not more valuable one than the other, but it's going to be easier, I think, to gain clients, high paying clients, if we do offer something in addition to the base core class. And plus, if you do think about it, like if you do have an offer that includes a base core curriculum that they are used to within companies before, right? Most of the clients, or they're just looking, general curriculum is also more connected to, maybe can be connected to tutoring, or their school programs or something like that. Totally different way to go about it. And then you can justify your actual prices. They're going to become low prices compared to your debating one-on-one, word explorer, traveler offer, and all of the other amazing things you can do. And there are actual resources for you already in place, right? Because before, I was always thinking, like, how do I niche down? Like, what do I need? What kind of courses do I need to attend? What do I need to do? I'm a special educator. My niche is totally different than, just teaching ESL. But now I never thought, like, the answer would be in the actual resources I can find, and explore them, see how I can use them to my advantage, and actually create programs based on them. Okay, enough about me. Yeah, Bernie said R for reward. Ooh, I love that. This is inspiring. Katie says, yeah, I think that's the key difference between a program with just standard classes, a clear outcome, project, goal, exam, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Katie also says with packages, people expect discounts, yes, for buying more classes. With programs, you can charge more because you're offering a clear result and out of class benefits. Exactly. Right. And the way you communicate to clients and we communicate to our clients is going to be completely different. Imagine like yourself sitting there and having regular 25-minute classes and saying to the prospect, interested student, no matter how they come and reach out to you, you can say, I do have regular, ongoing, twice a week, 3 times a week classes at this price. But if you want to go more specific and develop some certain, specific skills and so on, you can still learn about them, ask them what their learning goals are, and then match with your program. Like you will know exactly what you can offer to them, and based on what they're looking for, it's going to make sense. I'm going to be feeling much better selling my core curriculum, regular, I call them just regular classes, at discounts I do offer at the moment, once I include the more niche kind of program based class offer, because it's definitely going to be at a little bit higher price. I already have an idea to who I can reach out to or so on. And on that note, I know Bernice mentioned she doesn't have enough students. I think a lot of them can say the same. And yeah, think about this idea as a way to go. Like, think about who might be interested in such classes. Like, maybe your students are around you already. I'm not sure in which country you're at, but yeah, I'm just gonna mention, like, think outside of the box is my main takeaway I want you to have from today's webinar. I know we're all pressured, like we all have bills to pay and bread to bring to the table. And I don't know why, but I just feel like teaching regular, don't stir the water. Everything is okay. I mean, why am I even thinking about this? Because things are good, someone would say. But actually, it's just one way to go about it. If you do want to grow and kind of improve your online teaching business, I totally think this is the way to go. Okay, I hope this was useful. Um, I will prepare a more specific presentation and add it into the Super Teacher Training Center. And on that note, I can also invite you to Katie's upcoming event that's happening tomorrow. Katie, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going to share the link to apply to register, where you can learn more about the curriculum itself and ask everything we discussed about today. I'm sure Katie will be happy to respond. And speaking about how to find students and everything, we're going to be talking about that in the future webinars. And also, I don't want to talk much more about it, but Katie also has. I learned so much from her. Today's webinar is very much inspired by what I learned about Abridge Academy, because I just spent some time to see what I was actually, getting out of it. Because it's not just the Abridge Academy curriculum, as you know, there are courses on how to gain students, how to use Chinese social media to promote your teaching and everything. And I think these expansion courses are so bringing so much value I was even not aware of, and I hope they will bring value to your teaching as well. Mel says, "Oh, hi, Mel. Sorry I didn't see you before. Thank you for all the great advice. I hope the electricity is back." Katie says, yeah, all new Abridge Academy curriculum members are welcome to come along to the event tomorrow. Maybe even the regular ones, Katie, because you see, if I was not aware about the expansion courses very much, like maybe that's something, yeah, or existing members who are maybe on the core tier or not on the ultimate are not even aware of. They can have available or they do have it already, right? Thank you. Allison says, I love this idea. It never occurred to me to offer classes like this. Thank you. I'm so glad it brought some value today. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining in today. Katie says, really loved your awesome insights today, Abby. Sure. I'm glad it went well. Stay tuned. I'm going to share the link from today's webinar along with some useful resources and the presentation and recommendations. You know how I love to turn them into mini courses. You can just grab them for free and find out a little surprise here and there. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great evening and talk to you soon. Bye. Bye for